Well, happy Midsummer's Day from Marion's garden. I've been up with the birds and seen the sunrise, and I'm just going to have my breakfast before I start to do whatever I need to do. I took Wendy to a garden show yesterday at RHS Harlow Car, which is the most northerly of the RHS gardens, and I got this absolutely beautiful tiny little rose. It's called Little Cutie Pie, and it's absolutely just darling. And so I thought I'd get it to go in the alpine pans that I emptied last week when I was redoing everything. And so the rose is going to go in one of them, and I managed to get these three lovely Louisia as well, and so they're going to go in the second one. These shadow pans are just so beautiful. They show off. Got a great big drainage hole there, but they show off your special plants so well. So I've got a mix here of equal parts of my riddled soil and compost, like my homemade compost that I've just riddled. And that's going to be for the rose. I maybe put a bit of rose fertiliser in as well, just a tiny bit though. Give some room. That's better. Oh, it's going to look gorgeous. So evidently you don't need to deadhead this little rose, you just clip it to keep it in the shape or the size that you want, and it flowers all summer. Now I've used the same compost, but I've already added about 3 trowelfuls of grit to make this a more free draining mixture, because that's what the Louisia are going to like. I get these set in. I might need to just take a bit of their bottoms off to make them fit in. I'm going to put them on their side a bit, so they don't like water collecting in here, and so I'll sort of put them sideways a little bit. Okay, I'm going to mound the soil up around them and then top them off with grit too. Firm them right in and left a little bit of space so they get the grit round their necks. Which helps to stop them sort of getting too soggy and rotting. I'm going to top them now. Always makes them look lovely. And then that means 2 pots have been finished. Just carefully get the grit round their necks. And then I'll top the rose as well, which is just really to make it look pretty, and give them a water. I think the rose can just sit on here for now. I think that's going to look lovely. This will be moving eventually, but for now it's up in the sunshine. And the Louisia can just stay there next to the trough. And the first courgettes, picking them while they're little. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Going to get 3, I think. 2, and that one as well. No point letting them get massive. So they're going to get, maybe they'll get cooked tonight. I think they will. Things definitely seem to be growing fine. I've got Little broad beans on the broad bean plants now, and tiny white turnips coming. That's good. This was a spare tomato, and so it went in really late, but I'm pleased to say it is growing. It's called Sweet Million. It'll be interesting to see what that one tastes like. My tree spinach is growing well. I haven't actually harvested anything more than the odd leaf yet. I think it needs the water. But I'm pleased to say that my spring onions are through. I haven't had one of these strawberries yet. These red ones. I'd never seen a red flowered strawberry before, but these look so pretty. And the first one is going red. There's plenty flowers on it. So be interested to see what that tastes like. It's called Ruby Ann. Been harvesting plenty nasturtium to go in the salads, plus the odd beetroot leaf too, but really I want to grow them for the beetroot. I think my sweet corn are big enough to go outside now, and it's definitely warm enough, but at the minute I've just got nowhere to plant them, so I'm just going to keep them in the root trainers for now, but let them be outside and hope I get at least part of another veg bed done so I can plant them, because I've also got the cabbages here which have grown nicely, and the Swiss chard. The one thing I seem to have had a complete failure at is butternut squash. I planted 2 seeds in here, and there was another pot, and this was a cheeky curry, nothing at all, and I had a little investigation today and they just rotted. But also I'd put normal butternut squash in as well, and I think the same thing's happened to them. There's not a sign of them, and they've been in since the 31st of May. I think that's long enough for them to have germinated. Maybe it's too hot in here for them to germinate. I've never grown them before, so I'm not quite sure. But it doesn't look like they've come, so if I see any plants as I'm out and about, I might just buy 1 or 2 plants. I probably haven't got room for all the ones I was growing. Out here in the first beds, everything's growing really well. The tree cabbage has put on quite a lot of growth, but I'm yet to harvest anything there. The leeks are starting to really lengthen, and I've got little lettuce seedlings in between. And those Brussels sprouts have really come on well. I'm looking forward to them because I love Brussels sprouts, and I love to harvest the tops too. So I've got 12 in the bed. I put the spare ones in pots. I don't have any more of these big pots, so I'm looking for some. If I can find any more of those pots, I've got a few more waiting to go in. And in this bed, I've got a spare tomato, the spare leeks, radishes, parsnips, my lettuce seedlings, and some sweet peas that Wendy grew and gave me. I'll have to pick some of them today, I think. I did get a paving stone in, but it's not particularly as level as it should be, so that needs redoing. And I am up to where I've got an old treadle sewing machine base that needs to come out. I don't think that'll be today though, so it's going to be too hot here. Thank goodness we're getting some nice weather for midsummer. And while I've been thinking about my levels and doing my little bits of close observations, I've still been carrying on, cutting back where I need to, weeding out in all the different places. It hasn't been done for so long, there's a lot to do. It's the best time to prune spring flowered shrubs. Straight after they've flowered, you can keep them in check and take all the long flowery growth off. Stops them getting out of hand. That's all the daffodil leaves still not cleared up. I'll have to do it now I've seen them. Nice getting the rake right into the bottom. Don't know how many years of stuff's here. But let me clear it out. Look at that. Brilliant. I think some of these have just been cut and dropped, but I'm clearing up definitely more than this year's. Anyway, slowly but surely it's coming back. These will come up again if I cut them now. We'll get a second chance at flowering instead of looking raggy. The bees are loving the honeysuckle. Of course the scent comes out more on an evening, and so it brings the bees and the moths into it. I just love how you can see his proboscis poking out, waiting for him to get to that flower. Glorious. It's lovely to notice these small things. I absolutely love the pattern on the orchid flowers. It looks like somebody's drawn the lines in with a felt pen or a paintbrush and paints. It's really marvellous. The hoverflies are really enjoying the pollen on the Philadelphus. This is Belle Étoile and the scent is unbelievable on an evening. It smells like sherbet. The whole garden smells of it. Definitely would be high on my recommendation list. And the bees are enjoying the roses. This really brings them out, because it's a loose little flower and they can easily get to the pollen. It's just after 9 o'clock on Friday night, and the first frogs are coming out of the pond. They go for a nightly constitutional. They sit there for a while thinking about it and then decide to hop over the path, and they go out over here and they go into all this undergrowth here. I hope they're keeping the slugs and the snails down. It's been really lovely seeing this little pond with all its wildlife. I'd just forgotten how lovely it was having a pond. Yeah, they're like statues, but I assure you they are real. They have beautiful markings on their backs. Here's a bunny one. I'm only about 6 inches away and they're not even moving. Hello frog. Go and eat some slugs and snails for me. Keep them off my veg patch. Oh, are you on the move? My camera is literally about 2 inches away from him. Well, that's been a bit of a bits and pieces video, I think. But never mind, there was all sorts of bits and pieces that went on this week. Thanks a lot for visiting me at my garden, and I hope to see you here next time. And if in the meantime, thanks for watching everyone. Bye for now.